Hey friends, my name is Cynthia. I'm the owner of Digital Bloom IQ, where I help health and wellness businesses get found in Google and heal more of the world. And today I am doing my very first data date video where I'm going to walk through the reports that I personally review for my own business in Google Analytics and the Search Console, and just give you guys some insights into how I use these tools. So my intention is to do this on a monthly basis, but I'd love to know if you found this useful. At the end, comment and yeah, let me know what your questions are. Okay, so one of the first reports I look at in Google Analytics is the all traffic channels report. And so basically, what this report tells me is where did my people come from before visiting my site, and it gives me a clear indication of just overall how my marketing is functioning. So the first thing I do want to just point out is that I did make sure that the dates are kind of in the last 30 days. I can get more specific here and just select April if I really want to just do that. And yeah, and so I look at these values. So first thing I do is just look at the high level, and then I might actually click into one of these and look at, what's going on. So this kind of surprised me. I don't really use Facebook. I'm starting to get back into Facebook groups. I have a friend who's inspiring me, but these values might surprise you, and so again, they can give you some insights. The other metric that I look at, apart from users, which is how many people came to my site, I also look at very clearly bounce rate, which tells me just people coming in, how relevant the information is to them, or how these specific pages are performing. And I'm going to get into another report later that gives me more information on this bounce rate. But this is interesting. For example, my organic search is at an 88% bounce rate. That might mean that this page that they're landing on from SEO, from Google, or from another search engine isn't is either just inviting them to leave for whatever reason, or is just not inviting them to stay. So there might be some improvements I can make here. The other thing I would recommend setting up, and you guys can see I don't have it set up. I have a bunch of goals set up, but these are all old, so this is a good excuse for me to go and do the things that I recommend that you guys do. Set up some goals. I do have a separate video on that on my YouTube channel on how to set up goals, but I'll make sure to set this up for the next May data date, because this will tell me how many people are opting in to my different opt-ins, or potentially buying courses and stuff like that. And so that just gives me a really powerful metric of return on investment for each of these marketing channels. Okay, let's move along to the site content all pages report. So this just tells me overall how my website is performing, and what are the top pages. So here I can see that my keywords for health and wellness page is doing really well. My home page, that's this / my blog. This is all really useful and just interesting to look at, what are the top pages, and where are people interacting and spending their time. An action that might come out of this is, for example, this fourth value is my sales page, my SOAR page. I might say, okay, it might be time to update that because people are obviously spending, over 5 minutes. That's awesome on that page. So it's a good idea for me to focus on that, especially since I'm planning on selling more of those in the coming months. I'd say the next level report to this one, or a different view that can be helpful, is the landing pages. So a landing page, what that means is that that's the first page of a visit. And so this again might point to that SEO strategy. I can see that here a lot of people are landing on these keywords for health and wellness because I've been actually focusing on my SEO here, but the bounce rate is super, super high. So that's definitely, I'm going to make note of that, and I'm going to go back and look at that page and see what I can do to bring down that bounce rate. a little bit. Maybe I'll set a goal and say in the next couple of months, I want to bring down 5% or even 10%. Who knows? Yeah, so all of these are pages that people are landing on. And again, it gives me an indication of how my marketing is working and which pages are, up for improvement. So for me personally, definitely going to improve this one. This one is interesting. This is a website review page I did a couple months ago. So it's not super in depth, so maybe that's also an indication to elaborate on this page potentially. The bounce rate is fairly good actually there. So I could even go, so if you click here, this little, it's like a little arrow, it will actually open up the page for you in case you don't remember it, or, you just want to refresh your memory. And so here, another indication when you do see a metric that's doing well. So this page had a 50% bounce rate. It's a pretty good number. I can go in here and like pull out what I think is working on this page and learn from this page. So metrics can go both ways. It can be something that isn't working well and you want to improve, or something that is working really well and you want to learn from and replicate. And remember that the numbers, there's nothing right or wrong. Like, people get so obsessed with certain numbers. And really, my view is that it's all relative. And, a 90% bounce rate on a sales page might actually be a good thing because they're going to your PayPal or to wherever they're buying from. So, this is all about getting curious and opening up new ideas, and no criticism necessary. All right. So those are the two main reports I'd say to focus on when it comes to your Google Analytics. Let's move on to the Search Console, which is another really, really great tool to look at your data and get ideas. And I'm going to specifically be using this data date to work on my own blogging and SEO strategy. Taking a little sip of tea here. Okay, so I'm going to again focus on the last month of April, which went by so fast. And yes, I have been really tracking this keywords for health and wellness. This is something I've been working on, and it's very it's very obvious here. You can see that a lot of the top keywords that I've been getting clicks on are using this keyword. So this is the first report, well, the performance report that you come to. Some of you might come, when you go to Search Console, you might come to something like this. So you can just click on this performance report and it'll take you to the report I was just looking at. And the cool thing is you can see keywords, but then you can actually filter quite a bit. So if I click on this wellness keywords keyword, I can then flip here to pages, and I can see that this is the page that's targeting this keyword. So that's kind of interesting. And then you can do the flip version as well. So I can filter as soon as I click here at the top, see how it like filters per this page. And then I can go back and see all the keywords that I'm targeting. So all of these I've made note of, and I'm definitely going to keep working on this blog post, but I kind of am in the mood to do a new blog post, and I'm going to move away from this one. So one of the things I highly recommend to all my clients is to use the Search Console to find new keywords. So let's go through here and do that. So for example, Squarespace and Google Analytics. I do have a blog post on this already, and I've sort of optimized it. So I'll make note to potentially to keep working on that. Let's see, Mike Michalowicz, I interviewed him a year ago already. SEO health, not really interesting. So I can see here, like these are keywords I'm already getting impressions on and I'm already ranking on. You can even click here in the Search Console and see, I can see I'm already on like page 1 for many of these. And some of them make sense, like they're my brand, and that's fine. using Google How to Square. I have this website for therapists. So you can see that I'm just kind of like scrolling. Most of these I've already created some content. I'm going to keep looking a little bit. If I don't find anything, this one's interesting, SEO worksheet. And this actually works really well. I'm just going to copy that. It works really well with something I'm planning on launching soon. Wellness blogging. I like this one. I'm already sort of ranking. I'm not very close to page 1, but interesting. So yeah, so this definitely gives me some ideas of just like new keywords. And now I'm going to walk away and I have some things to blog about that are exciting and that I'm already ranking in. So again, the idea with these tools isn't to necessarily feel like right or wrong or anything. It's just really to give us some new ideas, to infuse our creativity and intuition, and to get some awareness about what's working and what's not working on your site. So I'm going to walk away. I'm feeling pretty good about this keyword that I highlighted. I like that. Also, I really like the SEO worksheet. I might also do that one. That seems like a good idea, actually. I'm going to check. My next step would actually be to open up another tool. I use Ahrefs and look at ranking specifically for this tool, for this keyword. I want to see how competitive it is. And so that just I make sure that I'm not competing against like a jumbo site. All right, I want to know any questions you have, please share them in the comments below, and I will catch you next month for the data date. Bye.